Hello, this is Dr. Greg Goglin, Ferris State University. I am going to show you how to implement overtime calculations for labor in Microsoft Project 2016. To illustrate, I simply have one task, frame house. It's 100 hours, and you can see it takes about 17 days to complete. I'm in the Resource tab. If I go and take the drop down to the resource sheet, you will be able to see that I have a carpenter that is paid $100 an hour for standard rate, $150 an hour for the overtime rate. So I go back to the Gantt chart and I'm going to add that carpenter to this task. Now if I double click on my task, I can see it costs $10,000. That's $100 an hour for 100 hours. Now if I want to implement overtime, I've got to change my view, and to do that I go to the View tab and I click on Details, and down here I have my carpenter to show up. Standard work, no overtime. Well, if I click into the overtime, let's just make that up to ways with 33 hours of overtime. And I click away and nothing looks like it has changed. If you look up, you see it still finishes on the 19th and it doesn't look like anything is different. If I click up here, then it will take and implement those changes. I can double click and I can see that that task is $11,650, which means that the overtime cost me $1,650 more than what I was paying, but I'm done on the 15th instead of on the 19th. One other thing you can do if you're going to do this to multiple tasks, you can go to the report view and you can run reports, cost overview reports, and you can see now the cost for the project is $11,650. You can go back out of the report to go back into this view, and you can manipulate things back and forth if you wish. So that's how you would implement overtime. If you were going to do this for a project, you would probably want to focus on the critical path, and you can do that by selecting critical tasks, and the tasks that are the critical path will show in red. Now, since I only have one task, clearly it's going to be the critical path, but then you can go through each of those critical path items and modify overtime as I showed you. There are other ways to do this, but this is one fairly simple and straightforward way.